Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. I am so committed to making this week a spring reset week, a productive week, and a nesting week, kind of all in one. Those are all kind of the same thing to me, but there's just so many little tasks that I want to get done that I just have really had a hard time doing. This week, it is a goal of mine to get all the little things done. I was just talking to Caleb last night and I was like, honestly, I'm starting to get to that point in my pregnancy where I'm not really in nesting mode. I'm like just overwhelmed, and I know that that's because there's things to do and I'm just not doing them. And so maybe it is nesting. I don't really know how to explain it, but you know when you put something off for too long and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, and then it takes 10 minutes to do a task and then you're like, okay, we're back in business. So that's kind of what I'm hoping that this week will be, and just kind of be such a good reset. It's still so cold outside. It feels like the dead of winter. I'm looking at snow out of my window right now. So I think that has something to do with just having a harder time getting things done when it's gloomy and cold and I'm not really like out and about very much. But I'm going to change that just by doing small things. And today I had a chiropractor appointment. I've been going pretty regularly, which has been really good for me and my body towards the end of pregnancy. I've had a lot of back pain issues throughout my second and third trimester, and that has helped so much. Honestly, much more than I ever thought a chiropractor could help. So I'm so thankful for that. And I've just been doing kind of some cleaning chores, getting things moved around in the places that they need to go. That's another thing. I have like little piles of things throughout the house that I'm just trying to kind of tie up some loose ends. I had some overly ripe bananas, so I made some banana muffins, and then I'm about to make myself some lunch. So that's kind of the catch up of this morning, but I wanted to come on and say hi and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Lily if you're new here. I am in my third trimester. I'm 35 weeks. I'll be 36 weeks when this vlog goes up, which is crazy to say, but we have a lot of really exciting things coming. I have a Facebook Marketplace find that I'm gonna go pick up today. They're 2 lamps, and I think I'm gonna put them in the guest room. I'm going to go pick those up this afternoon, and then I'm gonna head into Hobby Lobby. There's a few craft things that I wanna get done for baby boy's nursery, and I've been putting that off as well, and I'm like, there's no better time than now, especially when it's gross outside, to kind of finish up some home projects. Before I head out to pick up these lamps from Facebook Marketplace, I wanted to show you guys what I'm wearing. It's been a minute since I've worn my Uggs, but they're just such a good classic whenever it's so cold out. This sweater is from Quince, and this little shirt underneath that I layer, I feel like everything with, is from Old Navy. And then these pants are, I think they're the 90s Gap low-rise, but I love them. I just sized up a size and they fit the bump pretty well. I mean, I keep them unbuttoned. I just ate lunch, so I'm full, but I can button them whenever I go into public if I feel like that's a little bit more appropriate. Last night I did heatless curls again, and I have been loving it. It's just so much easier. I added some highlights into my hair a few months ago, and I feel like ever since then my hair texture is so different. It air dries different. It washes and brushes when it's wet a little bit different, so it just is a little bit easier for me to put the heatless curls in, and then it's just one less thing for me to do in the morning. Someone wants to play. Why did I do the same thing twice? Hi guys, happy Thursday. Yesterday really got away from me. I went to pick up those lamps from Facebook Marketplace, and then after that I ran into Hobby Lobby to get a few things for baby boy's nursery. But the exciting thing is I have everything I need to do the project. So I have everything laid out on my dining room table. There is something a little bit funny about these Facebook Marketplace lamps. So I want to show you those and kind of explain what happened. So I found these lamps on Facebook Marketplace and was like, these are so cute. I want to use them in our guest bedroom, kind of like I said. And I get there, and on the description, she said large lamps, 2 for $50 is what I paid. I was like, this is a steal. Large lamps of any size that are not like mini, I feel like are so expensive at Target and Home Goods and things like that. And I really liked the way that they looked. I get to her house and they are huge, like huge lamps that I don't really feel like I could use on a side table anywhere. Okay, so this is one of the lamps. This is my kitchen table. I just plugged it in. I feel like I need to bring this lamp in my living room over to compare sizes. And then I have the other one here with the lampshade. I mean, it's such a cool looking lamp, but something about it is just like proportionally too big for what I was envisioning. So now I need to make the decision if I want to resell them on Facebook Marketplace or keep them and use them in our house. We still have a whole room, kind of like our family lodge room, where we can build a fire at the back of our house that we need to completely redo. So I know that there will be space for more lighting and like bigger rooms that we can fill, but I just don't know if I can quite envision them anywhere yet. So I need to like play around and figure out kind of where I could put them. Okay, for reference, this is the lamp that matches this one in here, and it's so much smaller than this huge lamp right here. So, I don't know, I had this lamp on a dresser, so maybe I'll swap those out and put this one somewhere else because I like the size of that one, because this one I feel like is a little bit easier to put places. I set it behind me for the time being because I really want to get this project done with all of the stamps. So yesterday, like I said, I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a big thing of cardstock kind of poster board. Pretty large. It doesn't say like what size it is, but I wanted something very large so that I could cut out kind of custom to what I want. I also have a few other things that I've been wanting to frame that I thought I could use this board for. One of the projects I've been wanting to finish is getting this Polaroid matted. I've just had it sitting in this frame because I wanted it to be matted in this frame, but I knew that I was gonna need some kind of like custom cut mat to frame this Polaroid because I wanted it to fit perfectly the dimensions of a Polaroid, and it's just easier to cut and make that myself. I also have a really little matted frame already, and I think I'm gonna put one of my ultrasounds in here and then put that in the nursery. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut out a square to fit underneath this mat that came with the frame, and then I just laid out all of the stamps. You can probably tell that they're not glued down yet. I kind of figured out the layout that I like for them, and it's not like perfect and I'm not measuring the spacing, but I just think that this overall looks really good. So I'm gonna glue each one of them down and then I can frame it. But this is what it looks like underneath the frame. An hour later, I have finished the frame and I'm very, very happy with it. I haven't really like looked at it super close, but it's imperfect, and that's kind of what I wanted it to be like. All of the stamps are from different time periods. They are warped, some of them are ripped. So I just wanted them to kind of be pieced together in a way that made sense. And I think it came together really good. I'm really happy with it. And I like the contrast of colors between the mat and then the paper that I glued all of the stamps onto. Here's a little bit of a closer look. I'm so excited to hang this up in the nursery. Okay, this is what the Polaroid looks like. I think it's cute. It's very simple. I want to put it up in a main space, like in our living room or something. I just feel like I don't have a lot of personalized photos, and that's kind of something I grew up with. My mom never like put big family photos or big pictures of their wedding or anything in public spaces. She had like really personalized special things, and then she would always have like a gallery wall of our family, like in a hallway or somewhere a little bit more private, and I really do like that. But I don't want our house to be void of personal touches, and I feel like things like this that are subtle and just really pretty and sweet are something that I would love to kind of showcase and put a spotlight on in a main room. So I think I'm gonna try to find a spot for this in our living room. I just treasure this Polaroid so much. I think it's so sweet. Okay, the last thing that I did was frame this ultrasound picture. This was taken at our 20 week. I am very happy with these that we got. I felt like they were really high quality and we could see the profile really well. So I'm happy to have this one framed as well. I think I'm gonna take a break from this whole setup, but I do have a few more things that I could frame since I have everything out. I have a calendar that's a really high quality cardstock that had the most beautiful butterfly prints, and I kept the calendar because I want to cut out some of my favorites and frame those.
Say you're just screwing that into the drywall. That's not going to work. Well, this whole house is built with lath and plastic, so you can screw into it anywhere. Oh, man, this little table is one bad thing away from just collapsing.
Everyone always comments on it when they come over.
Well, hello there.
Our girly finally joined us. That looks really good, thank you. First thing done. Happy Sunday, you guys. We are finally hanging some pictures. I did a few more projects the day after I did all of the framing stuff that you guys saw. So I showed you guys this, but I knew I wanted to have it with a few other frames. So I used this print, which I was telling you guys I had a bunch of butterfly prints from an old calendar that I wanted to use. So I cut this out and framed this one. And then we already had this print framed. So I'm gonna hang these up together right here. And I brought Caleb in to help me because I feel like it's always harder to make sure they're level and centered and exactly where you want them by yourself. Gold on the top, or like this with the butterfly on top?
Like that. I listened to the album out of my love for you, and the best song is the most popular one.
Really? This is the best one on the album. Like this. Now I want to get a plant to go on the top of this bookshelf, and then maybe a little stool to go there. But there is a vent on the floor right here, so at least nice to have something of interest on the walls finally on this side of the room, because this whole room is completely bare. We're slowly gathering stuff that I like in the living room, so it's just taking a little bit longer. So in this room where we have this mirror that I show you guys my outfits, it's like a little hallway that goes to our mudroom and eventually to our lodge. Nothing is hung up in here, and I want to change that. I want to put like a big piece of artwork on this wall. But for the time being, I have another print that I bought like a year or two ago from Target, and then I have more stamps that I framed. I haven't shown them to you guys yet, so I'll show them to you. But I want to put right here. A lot of people walk through this hallway whenever coming into our house from our mudroom, so I wanted to have a few extra pieces of artwork hung up in here as well. I'm thinking this one here. These are the stamps that I framed yesterday, or 2 days ago. Today's Sunday, so 2 days ago. I have a bunch of those vintage stamps. The set that I picked up was all bird stamps, and then I have a collection of horse stamps, a collection of art stamps, and then the plain stamps, which you guys saw me do. So these are some of the bird stamps that I framed. I think that I came out so cute. Can you step aside a little bit so I can see? Can you go down a little bit? Yeah, perfect. Let me turn on the light. Would that be helpful?
That looks awesome.
It's so cute there.
Nice work. Wow, excellent.
The nursery is probably the last thing that needs to be finished before we bring baby home. We're slowly but surely getting things. I think the last thing that we need is the crib. So we're waiting on that. I have a baby shower coming up next weekend. So I'm kind of just like waiting and putting it on hold until all of our showers are done to purchase things ourselves.
This will be good for now.
I think so too. I need like, oh cute.
That's so cool.
That's really cute. The other one turned the ultrasound to the side. Other way. Yep. In this corner we put our dresser, which we'll use as like a changing table, and then I'll put a lot of his like daily use clothing and diapers and wipes in here. And then I want to hang up a mirror above this space and put like a little lamp here, so it's just like a perfect changing table situation. It's so messy in here, so it won't be like that forever. But I think we'll put the crib right here so that it's next to the nursing chair. And then at some point we want to get a shelf or shelving unit to put in between the windows here. So there's definitely a few things that we need to get figured out. The last thing that I want to do outside of all of the furniture pieces is we have a new light fixture to go in here. I think Caleb's gonna do that either this weekend or next weekend whenever he can get to it. But that is a little bit of a nursery sneak peek before everything's organized.